Far away in the middle of Turkey, there's a place that looks like it belongs in a dream. It's called Cappadocia. The land is covered in funny-shaped towers of rock called fairy chimneys. Long ago, volcanoes spread ash and lava across the land. Wind and rain shaped the soft rock into strange, tall towers. Some look like hats, others like castles, or even mushrooms. Thousands of years ago, people carved homes and even churches into these rocks. Some built secret underground cities to hide safely during dangerous times. Now, Cappadocia is peaceful again, and filled with stories, caves, and hundreds of colorful hot air balloons that rise into the sky every morning. That's where Julian and Stephanie found themselves one October holiday, visiting their aunt, who loved telling stories about old Turkish legends. It was Halloween night, and the sky above Cappadocia was silver with moonlight. The fairy chimneys glowed softly, and the wind whispered through the valleys. Julian, the older brother, sat by the window of their little cave hotel, studying his notebook. He loved learning about creatures from every country: spiders, lizards, beetles, anything that crawled or slithered. Stephanie, his younger sister, was busy carving a pumpkin she found at the local market. Her imagination could turn anything into an adventure. As she scooped out the pumpkin seeds, something caught her eye. A tiny glowing lantern sitting on the windowsill. It was carved from black volcanic stone, swirled with mysterious patterns. "Julian," she whispered. "Did you put this here?" He shook his head. "No way." Before they could speak again, the lantern flickered, blue, then gold, and floated gently into the air. A soft, musical voice drifted through the room. "Children of courage, follow the light. The lantern below have fallen asleep." Stephanie's eyes sparkled. "Another Halloween adventure." Julian sighed but smiled. "Let's see where it leads." The lantern bobbed through the narrow paths of Göreme, a town filled with cave houses and secret tunnels. It stopped beside a tall, cone-shaped fairy chimney. A small door, half covered in vines, appeared at its base. "Is this real?" Stephanie whispered. Julian touched the stone. "Maybe it's one of those underground cities people talk about, like Derinköy. It's supposed to be huge with tunnels and rooms hidden deep under the ground." Stephanie grinned. "Then let's go." The stone door creaked open. Cool, earthy air rushed out, carrying the smell of moss and mystery. They stepped inside. Their footsteps echoed softly down twisting stairways. The deeper they went, the more amazing it became. Rooms carved into stone, narrow passageways, and old clay jars still resting on shelves. Julian's flashlight shone on a wall covered in carvings, people, animals, and stars frozen in stone. "Wow," said Stephanie. "It's like the stories are written in the walls." Julian nodded. People used to carve their stories so they wouldn't be forgotten. Then Stephanie had an idea. "Let's carve a Halloween story too." She sketched a pumpkin-headed ghost, Julian added a tiny spider crawling along archway. Their chalk glowed faintly in the lantern's light. Suddenly, a chill wind swept through the tunnels. Shadows stretched and danced. From the walls, carved shapes seemed to shift. The lantern pulsed brighter. Only on All Hallows night can the stories awaken. A deep, playful voice echoed. Only those brave enough to solve the riddle may pass. In front of them, a stone pedestal appeared. On it was a carved riddle. I am round and orange, with a smile that is bright. I guard the night and glow with light. Who am I? Stephanie gasped. It's a pumpkin! Halloween magic! Julian nodded. We have to answer together. They whispered the answer aloud. A Halloween pumpkin! Immediately the pedestal glowed, revealing a hidden tunnel filled with floating ghost shapes and twinkling lights. Pumpkin-headed shadows danced on the walls. Each time they laughed, told a story, or drew a picture, the lantern flared brighter. At the end of the tunnel, a glowing cavern appeared. Hundreds of tiny Peri floated like fireflies. Did you know Peris are magical fairies from ancient Persia? They love to sparkle, play, and help anyone who shows courage and kindness, just like the Peri in our story. Every year, said one, her wings sparkling like morning dew, our light fades when stories are forgotten. But tonight, Halloween brings a special magic. Only children who celebrate courage, imagination, and playfulness can restore our glow. Stephanie and Julian held the lantern together. They whispered the words the Peri taught them. For every story told, a light will glow. For every memory shared, the magic will grow. The lantern flared, filling the chamber with golden light. The Peri danced joyfully, their glow spreading across the stone walls like millions of tiny stars. When they climbed back to the surface, dawn painted the sky in pink and gold. Hot air balloons floated silently over the fairy chimneys. Stephanie pointed. They look like the lanterns from the caves. Julian nodded. Maybe they're carrying the Peri's Halloween magic into the sky. The lanterner's hands flickered softly, as if it agreed. They sat, side by side, watching the balloons rise higher and higher. The magic of Halloween and the underground world now floated above them too. Deep below the fairy chimneys, the Peri whispered, as long as someone remembers and celebrates the stories of the night, the light will never fade. Cappadocia is real, with fairy chimneys, underground cities, and stories as old as time. People there still tell tales of the Peri, the fairy spirits of the valleys. And though Julian and Stephanie's adventure had ended, the Halloween magic of imagination, courage, and storytelling still glows quietly beneath the moonlight. And that's the end of this Halloween story. Don't forget to stay tuned for more stories and subscribe to my channel. Until next time.